We need to move beyond the idea that girls can be leaders and create the expectation that they should be leaders. Great leaders never accept the world as it was, and always work for the world as it should be the most important lesson I think I could impart is don't let anyone determine what your horizons are going to be. You get to determine those yourself. The only limitations are whatever particular talents you happen to have and how hard you're willing to work. And if you let others define who you ought to be or what you ought to be because they put you in a category, they see your race, they see your gender, and they put you in a category. You shouldn't let that happen. You might not be able to control your circumstances, but you can control your response to your circumstances. Truly remarkable. Leadership is not just about motivating others to follow. It's about inspiring them to become leaders themselves and setting the stage for even greater opportunities for future generations. Life is full of surprises and serendipity. Being open to unexpected turns in the road is an important part of success. If you try to plan every step, you may miss those wonderful twists and turns. Just find your next adventure. Do it well, enjoy it, and then not now. Think about what comes next. The essence of America, that which really unites us, is not ethnicity or nationality or religion. It is an idea, and what an idea it is, that you can come from humble circumstances and do great things. The first step for a leader is to be right with yourself. Integrity is the basis of leadership. In America, with education and hard work, it really does not matter where you came from. It matters only where you are going. Self-esteem comes from achievements, not from lax standards and false praise. You know, I've never believed in anything that you had to have role models who looked like you to do something. If I'd been waiting for a black female Soviet specialist role model, I'd be still waiting. You'll make a difference in the world, but not immediately. Your first obligation is to find something you like doing, because if you like doing it, you'll do it well. When somebody underestimated me, it made me want to prove them wrong. Education is of no value, and talent is worthless unless you have an unwavering aim. Never find yourself without a compass. Differences can be a strength. Differences can be a strength. In the United States, we've always been held together by the belief that it doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you're going. Every life is capable of greatness. Our work has only begun. In our time, we have an historic opportunity to shape a global balance of power that favors freedom, and that will therefore deepen and extend the peace. And I use the word power broadly, because even more important than military and indeed economic power is the power of ideas, the power of compassion, and the power of hope. If you're always in the company of people who agree with you, you're going to think of people who don't agree with you as venal or stupid. I constantly tell my students that if they're in the company of people who always say, "Amen to what you say," find other company. And that is the source of illiberalism. When you are unable to listen to someone who thinks differently, that's when democracies are in trouble. When are we going to stop making excuses for the terrorists and saying that somebody is making them do it? No, these are simply evil people who want to kill. The sooner you learn that life is not fair, the better off you'll be, because you'll spend less time railing against life's unfairness and feeling aggrieved and entitled, and more time figuring out how to maximize your assets and your talents and how to deal with things that you're not very good at. It has been, after all, 11 years, more than a decade now, of defiance of UN resolutions by Saddam Hussein. Every obligation that he signed on to after the Gulf War, so that he would not be a threat to peace and security, he has ignored and flaunted. There's no greater challenge, and there is no greater honor than to be in public service. Prejudice and bigotry are brought down by the sheer force of determination of individuals to succeed, and the refusal of a human being to let prejudice define the parameters of the possible. Your passion may be hard to spot, so keep an open mind and keep searching. You have to have a strong sense of your values and a strong sense of who you are, because there are a lot of events and a lot of people who will pull you in this direction or that direction. Power is nothing unless you can turn it into influence. It is a dangerous thing to ask why someone else has been given more. It is humbling and indeed healthy to ask why you have been given so much. Most days are not overwhelmingly successful in your life. And what really marks whether you're going to be successful is how well you deal with the bad days, not how well you deal with the good ones. What you know today can affect what you do tomorrow, but not what you did yesterday. You can never ask others to do something you would not do. That is integrity.